there you go. You won't use it that much anyway. So yeah, it can be cool for Fury. Rude interruptions, the same thing as the talent before. Shield slam, the same thing. Used to be on the game as well. Glyph of shield wall reduces the damage, and same thing. Spell reflection reduces the cooldown for spell reflection. Mass spell reflection by 5 seconds can be good for PvP or even for PvE for tanks. Sweeping strike, same deal. Glyph of thunderclap increases the radius by 2 yards, so same deal. Glyph of victory rush. Same deal as well. So this is good for Victory Rush and Impending Victory, the talent. I will go over that in a few seconds, but it's the same deal. Whirlwind increases the cooldown by 50% and damage by 50% of Whirlwind. So in this is the same deal as the Glyph of Resonating Power, but for arms. You won't be using Whirlwind in arms that much, and you cannot use Whirlwind in. That's one of the things I should mention. One change: you cannot use Whirlwind in protection spec. That's not really important. So, but for arms, this can be handy. I don't really know how it can be measured, but well, it can be good for trash or something like that. But as a major glyph, well, I don't know. It's pretty situational. But if these two were minor glyphs, they will be pretty handy. That's for sure. This one for Fury and this one for arms. But since they are major glyphs, well, it's a bit meh. Glyph of Insight, your Devastate it causes your next heroic strike and cleave to be a critical hit, so this is for protection. So on the minor glyphs, this is where I am a bit meh, you know, because these are just cosmetic stuffs, and I don't really like them. But this is cosmetic. Let me see. Increases the healing. Glyph of Bloody Healing. It can have some. It can have some utility on PvP. Increases the healing that you receive from bandages by 20% while your deep wounds is active. Well, you must use your bandages while deep wounds is ticking, and you have to time it. Well, if your deep wounds is ticking, it's that you are in combat. If you are in combat, you will use your bandages, but you will be interrupted. So, well, I don't know. Will you use like Mortal Strike? You can use like this: Mortal Strike, Shockwave to stun the guy, and then use a bandage. Well, is it a good way to use a stun? Well, it can be situational. So, Burning Anger, cosmetic, Enduring Victory. When your Victory Rush or Impending heal, you grow slightly larger. Cosmetic. Intimidating Shout is not even on the game at the moment, so I don't really know about this. Myth's Shout. Your Battle Shout and Commanding Shout causes you hover in the air. Cosmetic. And Thunderclap. Cosmetic. So these are all cosmetic. I'm not even commenting on that. So now for the real fun part, guys, the talents. This is one of the things that I am really liking on the end game changes of this expansion. The talents on the game are just great at the moment. Some of them are pretty situational, but they make you think. What will be good for one fight? So I'm talking about now in only raiding perspective. I'm not commenting the talents for PvP, because I know I'll get loads of flame, guys, I just PvP for the lols. I'm really concerned of PvE and rating, so I'll just comment on the talents for rating in a rating perspective. So Juggernaut, of course, it's pretty good. You can charge every 12 seconds instead of every 20 seconds. So the first tire is the charge tire. This will be pretty handy. Double time, it's situational, but can be really good. You can use charge twice before incurring its cooldown. So the thing is, you will get, when you charge, you will get a buff, and you can charge again while you have that buff. So and then you get a cooldown. So this can be useful in fights that you need to switch targets often. So imagine that you have you are in the point of the room. You have a mob on the middle of the room, and you have your target on the end of the room. So you can charge the mob on the middle, and then you can charge again to your target. And in conjunction with intercept, you can have loads of mobility with it. So it's pretty nice. Warbringer it's for PvP only, I guess. Your charge also knocks a target to the ground and stuns it for 3 seconds. Maybe for prot warriors can be good. Well, I don't really know, but these two for rating are pretty nice. I guess this one will be Juggernaut will be the one that people will use the most, and Double Time it will be pretty situational. So second tire is the tire for healing and rage regeneration. This was nerfed bad. So it's on a 1 minute cooldown now, so there's one change. Instantly heals you for 10%, so you have a 10% heal up front of your total health, and an additional 10% over 10 seconds. Can only be used while in rage, so no difference there. Can be used while stunned, so you can use in rage regeneration while stunned. It's not that bad. In a PvE environment, it's pretty situational, but it can be good for some fights. Second win, whenever you are struck by a stun or immobilize effect, you generate 20 rage over 10 seconds. Whenever you take direct damage, you have a 10% chance to regenerate 10% of your total health for over 10 seconds. So this second wind stuff, I guess I will just recommend to new players, so to new warrior players that are not that well trained in having key bindings and whatnot, because in regeneration and impending victory you need to have a keybind for it to use it. So if you are struggling still with key binding and whatnot, second win I guess will be your choice, because it's just passive, a passive thing. You don't really have to do anything, and it will proc. So for me, I won't be using it either for PvE or PvP. I don't really think it's good, but for new players, I guess this is a good talent. So, and the one that I am really happy with it, I guess it's a pretty good talent, and I guess this is the one that I will pick up the most. So, impending victory. This replaces your victory rush. It's a 10 rage cost, 30 seconds cooldown. Instantly attacks the target, causing some damage and healing you for 10% of your maximum health. You can increase this the health that you get, or the healing that you get from this ability, by having the glyph. So killing an enemy that heals experience or honor resets the cooldown of your impending victory and causes your next impending victory to heal for 20% of your maximum health. So yeah, this is like a victory rush, but you have, if you don't kill anything, you have a 30 seconds cooldown on it and a reduced healing effect. But this will be good not only for arms and for Fury, because for now the rage cost of the rotations are pretty shaky. I am not really using heroic strike now because of the rage cost of the rotations for slam and wild strikes. I will go over that in the other videos. But this impending victory not only heals you, but it's a 10 rage damage ability. So I think it's pretty handy not only for arms but also for Fury. So the third tire is CC interrupt thing. So staggering shout causes all enemies within the 20 seconds that are snared to become rooted for 5 seconds. This will be good for PvP, may be good for some PvE fights that you need to crowd control ads or something like that. Situational for PvE. Piercing all, pretty good buff to piercing all. Snares all enemies within 20 yards, reducing their movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. So it's the same piercing all, but 20 yard range. So it's pretty good. Disrupting shout interrupts all spell casting within 10 yards and prevents any spells that are in that school for being cast for 4 seconds. So this for PvE. All three talents are situational for raids. So this will depend on the fight, of course. For PvP, I guess I'll go with the disrupting shout because I'm always after the healers. Always. I am always after the healer, so this will be overpowered. So the fourth tire, Bladestorm, it's the same deal. The damage were tweaked from the last from the live Bladestorms that we use, but it's the same ability. Shockwave, the same ability. You can use it in all specs, so arms, fury, and protection. It's pretty handy. I will be using this not only for PvE but also for PvP, because for PvP it's a 20 seconds stun, and it's pretty good. For PvE, it's instant and costs you no rage. And there you go. In those gaps that you don't have rage to use a global cooldown, there you go. It's not that much damage, but if you are in Fury and if you are in Berserker Rage, it will be buffed by 50%. So it's not that bad, and it's a free global cooldown there that you can use, and you will do some damage. Yeah, it's not that much damage, but it's for PvE. It's a filler for your rotation. Dragon's Roar, so this is pretty good as well. 1 minute cooldown. Roar ferociously causes a lot of damage to all enemies within 10 yards, knocking them back and knocking them down for 5 seconds as well. Dragon's Roar is always a critical strike. So yeah, this will do loads of damage. It's one minute cooldown. That's the one thing that I don't really like it. If it was like 40 seconds cooldown, it would be maybe overpowered, but would be a lot better. And with comparison with Shockwave, I guess I would choose Dragon's Roar. So for PvE, it's pretty situational, knocking back enemies in PvE. Maybe for fights like, let me see, well, the ads from the hammer of Ragnaros. Well, there will be some fights that you need to knock back, and Dragon's Roar will be fine, and you will do a lot of damage in 1 minute cooldown there. So yeah, situational for PvP. I will not go into